Hello, this is Group 5's pitch for the Easy Communication Assistive Device. My name is Lucy Weis, and I'm a freshman studying cybersecurity. In order to gain more information about our project field, we conducted 4 interviews. We conducted 3 literature reviews. 2 of these came from journal articles, and one of them came from a major organization doing research in the area of nonverbal autism. We conducted 4 observations. 2 were conducted at a group home, and the other 2 were conducted at households where an individual with autism lives.
Hi, I'm Mason Ailstock. I'm studying construction management and I'm a freshman here at Purdue. The basis of our problem that we had was to engineer better medicines, and we researched of assistive devices, suicide research, addiction research, and drunk driving prevention. Autism is an illness that affects many families across the world, and it is very hard to get a grip on the severity most times. These devices and programs are expensive, so we have came up with something that has been non-expensive and more relatable to some families.
Hi, my name is Andraya Fuller, and I'm a junior in construction management technology here at Purdue, and I'm here to talk about the stakeholders. So, our stakeholders, as listed over here, are researchers, doctors, teachers, parents, and group home managers. All of these people are deal with individuals who suffer from autism, and they all play a major role when it comes to our device as a stakeholder. So our final POV that we came up with was individuals who suffer from minimally verbal autism need a more effective and portable way to communicate with others.
Hi, this is Bernie. I'm a junior in mechanical engineering technology. So according to our research, the causes of nonverbal autism are unknown. However, some researchers claim that there are some common possibilities that might cause nonverbal autism, which are toxic exposure, genetic traits, premature birth, and metabolic imbalance. And little do we know, the term nonverbal is not actually 100% accurate. So even if an autistic person is not speaking, he or she can still communicate in other ways with others, such as writing or sign languages. Because of all this information we got from the research, our team has come up with some innovative solutions. But before that, Lucy would like to introduce some existing solutions to all of you.
While searching for existing solutions, the most important things we looked for were portability, being user-friendly, and easily taught to parents and kids. Some of the shortcomings we saw were that many of these devices were expensive, so some families wouldn't be able to afford them. They require some form of electricity, so they'd be able to die or break, and these were things we wanted to avoid in our prototype. One solution we saw was the Smart Touchstone, which allowed you to tap in order to communicate messages. There were music-based assistive toys, which used a form of rhythm to communicate or to learn words. There were also tapping patterns similar to Morse code and braille devices that could be used to print and read messages.
Okay, so our proposed solution is specifically a communication belt that is not only portable but uses no electricity, so it decreases the cost factor majorly and falls within our constraints of durability and affordability. This belt not only does much better than our benchmark solutions, it goes above and beyond and takes in multiple considerations. So we benchmarked all of our solutions, and we did a design or decision matrix to determine how well each of the different solutions fit into fit in with our constraints and how well they did with our criteria we determined. So as you can see here, we tested our constraints as affordability and durability. If these benchmark solutions did not meet these constraints, they were automatically thrown out. Our criteria were engagement, whether or not it was user-friendly being defined as parents don't need a specialized knowledge in order to set it up, the tactility of the product, the portability of the product, and the ability to be taught being defined as easy for the user to comprehend and use. And so we went through this to determine our best existing solution before we went on to come up with our proposed solution.
So in the design viability part of our project, we figured out that it is very easy to remove and put on the belt because of the seat belt latch on it. And also the cards are easily detachable and reattachable. The pictures on the cards as well as the words are very helpful for the users as well. And it's adjustable for all sizes of people and users. So based on our functional consideration, we have an extremely viable solution. We were able to adapt our device so that it would meet all of the requirements of our criteria. And all the cards are laminated for durability purposes. And the Velcro is based for the cards. It's based on the cards and also on the belt as well.
So in the beginning, our team came up with several ideas, which are mood bracelet, smart sensor bracelet, Morse code clicker, and communication belt, as the solutions to nonverbal autism. But after several meetings and discussions, we decided to use the communication belt as the solution, since it is the easiest to understand and learn, and it is also the most affordable out of all four ideas we had. And this is the first version of our prototype, and it is the belt itself. And on the belt, it has some cards clipped to it by some clothespins. And on the cards, there are different words and pictures, so the user can basically take off the cards and hand it to others in order to communicate with them. And this is the second version of our prototype. This is basically we basically like replace the clothespin by Velcro, and by doing this, our belt has better durability, and the user can take off and put the card back easier and faster.
Okay, so when it came to testing and data collection, we developed a usability test and conducted it through observations. Our testing protocol measures the effectiveness of our device by observing whether or not our specific criteria were met, and then we rated those criteria on a scale of 1 being not so well, and then 5 obviously being the best. So here is actually the data from our second usability test. So obviously we tested the criteria of engagement, time in use, user-friendly, durability, and the functionality with all of the definitions as you can see. If it was met or not, obviously we put yes, and then how well each specific criteria was met. We also took observations as well as notes when it came to our different observations.
So overall, both of our users really love the belt. They both preferred it rather than talking. And Jeffrey just liked it around his waist, and he used it like a fanny pack. And he found it very helpful for him. And our second test on Remington was very good as well, but he used it as a shoulder strap. He also found it very, very effective to be useful. And the impact on this, that it could open up affordable and simple ways for autistic individuals to communicate more effectively in several different situations. This is Remington with the belt on his shoulder. Like I said, he wanted to use it as a shoulder strap, which it works as that as well. And then this is Jeffrey using the belt.
Some next steps for the solution will be testing with more ages, as we want this to be a good product for all ages in our target POV. We also want to create more customization options where parents can choose different words to put onto the belts. We also want to be able to reach our target market and possibly find ways to integrate this into schools. Thank you for your time.